Boom! They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lie. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take a $250,000, hella follow. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lag. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles, I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Back to throw. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right away, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They'll set up to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And Pascal's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. And this is caught. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this 1st half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully...
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this 1st half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this 1st half of action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult
touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. The bottom line, he's really good.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Dak Prescott getting the job done again as the win moves his guys to a terrific 9-2 on the year. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition of Monday Night Football, as the final game of November is the Steelers and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work. Together here in the second half.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of of scrimmage. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Scott to return it. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll run with Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers got Dobbs over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run, have been superior in this ball game. No seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll look to throw now on first down. Rolling to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Sanders will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's at cruise control right now, and so is his team.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
On the return is Scott.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now they're in the hurry up. 2nd and 5. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one looks like he'll throw here. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. And that one is is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Dances by at the 20, and able to work his way down to the 16. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run here with Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right. Being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Rodgers now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Philadelphia, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny styles on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died for fed niggas. With soul food flow that stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed. Not a coca key, I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition. Boys, so we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Down, yellow, 43. Set, go. Let's go now. Ready, 38. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Hut, go. On the set. Ready, go. Ready, ready. 45, set, hut. Okay, ready, set, hut. Set, hut. Blue, 32. Hut, hut. Ready up. Ready, go. Set, ready. Black, hut, hut. Ready, set. Set, go.
Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 85 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Tannehill. He gets this one to Burks. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. A nice catch by Brown there. And this has got to be an emotion-filled game for him. Remember back to draft night, one of the real surprises was the Titans trading Brown to the Eagles. He spent his first 3 seasons in a Titan uniform, pulling down 185 catches for nearly 3,000 yards over that span. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their man jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And return on this one is the fair catch.